What is it, Syria?
Yeah, in
Tell me
Syria,
what's
not
going on over there. I do not understand what's going on. I have not looked
okay.
into it. What's going
So
on?
Yeah,
since
I'll
about
give my
2000,
2 cents.
all right. So since about 2011, Syria has been in a constant state of civil war. I mean, there's been some pauses in the fighting, like some slowdowns. Like it's been kind of on a slowdown since about 2017. But about a couple days ago, the Syrian rebels went on like a huge offensive. Like they sort of went like they blitzed, like the Taliban did after we left Afghanistan, and they practically took Damascus, and most of the original Syrian government that was there, the Assad government, has either surrendered their army or have fled the country. Oh, also Israel invaded.
So this has all happened like this week. Israel invading. Or you said that happened like a few hours ago, right?
Well, the Israelis invaded yesterday, or it would be
Yesterday.
yesterday for me. It just turned December.
So a few hours ago.
Yes, within the span of the past few hours, Israel invaded, but they haven't taken too much, but they are going back to with the borders of the Six-Day War in 1967.
And what is crack? Crack, can you tell us what's going on over there?
Yeah, just what Fred said. So the civil war pretty much restarted a couple of days ago. And they took Aleppo, Damascus, yeah, and the Bashar regime,
Hmm.
which was like kind of like a satellite state put up by Russia and her allies to project their power over the Middle East. It fell apart completely within a matter of days, and the despot fled to Russia a couple of days ago. I'm pretty sure.
He was arrived in Moscow yesterday,
Yeah.
or December 8th.
Hmm.
I
So,
understand that time.
do you know like who the new government is being put up by? I heard Turkey
Well,
had something to do with it.
I don't remember his exact name, but there's a fellow who was leading the rebels. He used to be a part of Al Qaeda, but sort
Oh,
of separated from it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then yeah, people are hailing him as a hero and stuff for kicking out the Russian-backed government and
Yeah, I mean,
Syria.
from what I've seen, some of the stuff he said's been like okay, but I genuinely, I do not know enough whether to trust him like with Syria. Like I don't know whether he should be, respected or whether he should be revived.
Yeah, well, bottom line is that they are like Muslim extremists, which isn't good for Christians, Syria.
was
Which is
it
what we
No,
should be worried about.
was it hostile towards Christians before? In the
He was a member of Al Qaeda. Al
I
Qaeda.
mean, I'm talking about the
right.
previous the regime that just got taken over
Oh
by the.
no! From what I heard, Bashar was moderate towards Muslims and Christians,
That's
so
good.
it'd be the better between the two if you had to pick.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it really
We're
is.
gonna
So
get Sharia
you know
law.
that's why all the Muslim guys in the server are hailing him as a hero and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not good. Not looking good for Christians in Syria right now.
Hold on, go crap. It's okay. So the guy leading it right now is Abu Muhammad Al Ghalani.
It's Wilkie's middle name, bro. You just name dropped like 10 people in the server, dude.
Say that again. Sorry, I didn't catch it. Fred?
Coming from CBS, the American affiliate of BBC.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
What's his name?
Hello?
What's his name? Go ahead.
Let me. Oh,
Abu.
Abu Muhammad Al Ghalani.
Amu Mohammed Al Galabi?
Glabi.
Ghalani.
Galami.
Galani, okay. So Amu Mohammed Al Galani.
That's
Well,
me.
it's Ghalani. Abu.
Actually,
okay.
Slack, what's your Muslim
Abu.
name, dude?
Oh, we never said it. No, I wasn't in the server during that.
What's your Muslim name? Tell me.
Is it just like anything?
Yeah,
Or
doesn't
what?
matter. Go ahead.
Well, whatever that guy's name, dude.
What about you,
However it is you
Fred?
pronounce that.
What's your Muslim name?
Kareem Abdul Jafredrick.
Okay, well you can't put Jafredrick in there, dude.
Actually, I'm Muhammad.
True. Yeah,
That's
where are your 7 wives? Can we meet them?
I don't have enough
They're
for
right
this.
there. They're right there, right there. There's one right
Oh,
there. There's
his
another behind.
mistresses
Oh, it's
are
these
all around you.
long nosed baddies all around us. They tend the house. They are Jewish, but we don't talk about it. I mean, it's not.
They're converts. They're converts.
They're
Okay.
converts, yeah. They're
They
not.
found Islam.
Yeah, if you need
Yeah.
anything, they'll
Speaking
help
of
you
that,
out. Good.
what do you guys think? The as Christians, how we should deal with the Muslims in terms of repelling the subversion, these exterior forces.
As Christians,
Okay, so with the Syrian forces, I have yet to hear anything about any mistreatment of Christians by this specific group of rebels, but there are
Maybe they
different
won't.
groups of rebels. Yeah, like
but there is an issue. I think more of along the lines of what he's talking about is just
What
the big. I mean,
I'm
we can.
afraid of is Syria.
He's lagging, but we can
Is this
call
what,
it.
Fred?
Go ahead,
So
pal.
I'm mostly worried about Syria falling into a civil war. Because, there's this rebel group, there's another rebel group, ISIS is there, and so is Israel. So it's like the Great
Yeah, I
Clash.
think it's bound to happen. Because Israel is going to try to project its own power over Syria and try to get like a full satellite state over it.
Who would have
Because it
thought?
was Iranian prior to that, right? Iran and Russia are aligned, and it was like an Iran-backed group. But because of the war in Israel, they kind of weren't able to put up their power over there. So I think Israel is going to try to take advantage of that.
Probably.
And
Yes.
yeah,
But I think more of what the bigger issue is it racist to call it a replacement? What's going
In
on
what?
in Europe right now?
oh no, that is
Oh.
100%, dude. The Muslim dudes in the server are like super proud about that. Like, oh, you guys were colonizing us, and now we're doing back to you guys. We're taking over Europe, and then like Welke got mad over it because I was like, hey, AFD is up in German polls. You guys are gonna get kicked out soon. And that's when that whole argument was going on.
Now,
He muted me for it.
as Christians, I would say I don't really know. I don't know what we would do about the overseas stuff. I don't particularly think that we should care.
Did you guys know that after the Holocaust, like even after World War II and the 1940s, 1950s, 1960s, that the whole decade since,
Yeah.
Europe has still not returned to its pre-World War II Jewish population?
We can't talk about that.
That's interesting, Fred. It's an interesting factoid you brought up. I have no opinions on that.
No opinion. Next
But
question.
yeah, anyway,
But as Americans, I don't think that we need to be sending trillions to Israel.
Yep.
I don't think that we should be really intervening in any of it.
What if the money's to build a giant wall across the Middle East to keep them out of Europe?
Europe
C
can
does
pay for that.
Fine enough. There's a reason there isn't a road between Morocco and Spain, Fred. There's a reason they haven't built one. It'd be super easy to build one, and they haven't done it.
Isn't Spain overrun too? Like hardcore.
Yeah, but what I mean is that the closest point between Europe, aside from going through the
Actually, I know the real
Balkans,
reason behind that. That area
Right.
is kind of prone to earthquakes, and
Oh.
even though it looks kind of small,
Thanks God.
hell of kind of deep.
that's
So they keep
I did
it
not
going.
know that, Fred. But okay, aside from earthquakes, do you think that it would be a good idea to put a road between northern Africa and Europe?
No.
Not without the reestablishment of the Spanish Sahara.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with you, Fred. Spain needs to return to Morocco.
Truth shell.
Truth shot. Yeah, but anyway, what we were talking about, ethnic replacement in Europe. They are like, raping women in mass. I
Allegedly.
don't think it's very good. allegedly,
Yes,
they're doing all types of horrible stuff over there. I
Yes.
think it's best to kick them out and keep them out.
It would seem that they're allegedly not good for the native people there. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want them in there either. There's a reason why these like far right parties are. Is it even far right to say that
It's
you
not.
want your own people in your own country?
doesn't matter if it's far right.
Yeah.
I mean, get real. I see all these people that they throw that around like, get away. Thank you. They say it like it's a bad thing. I mean, if you believe in a far right ideology, cool. Okay, that's your belief. You shouldn't you shouldn't be ostracized, basically kicked out of society because you believe that way. Especially when it's not even, a lot of it, like you said, isn't even far right by the standards of, like, what, 10? No, I wouldn't say 10 years ago, like maybe 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
This stuff wouldn't be considered far
Yeah,
right.
nativism is not like a far right. Now it's posed as like a xenophobic, racist thing
It is.
to believe. But nativism goes back thousands of years, and it wasn't until now when it's considered harmful for society or for people to believe these things.
Thanks to women.
Yeah, thank you, 19th Amendment.
This is the truth. I mean, it's just the way it is.
Yeah, what do you think, Fred? As the fence sitter in this discussion.
So, Fred, should we repeal the
I'm gonna
19th?
Okay, so on the whole reverse colonization event that's kind of happening in Europe, I say if the Arab world is for the Arabs, Europe should be for Europeans.
Oh,
Ooh.
fence sitter truth shell? What?
Yes. Now, that might be kind of weird, seeing as how, America, the country that you, me, and Slack live in.
Mm-hmm.
And most everyone on the server besides, Europeans. Yeah. But,
Oh my god, bro.
no, they're the fake Europeans.
Oh.
Yeah, the fake. Yeah, Arabs.
That is true. I think I think every single one of our European people.
Dude, do we even have any actual European?
Okay,
No,
okay,
well, isn't Zevdi from Spain?
I think Zevdi is
like an actual Spaniard.
actual
yeah.
Spaniard.
Exo and Zevdi are actual Spaniards.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
They are.
They're from the Azores Islands.
Oh, it's interesting. Anyway, what were you saying, Fred?
Okay, so that might be kind of weird, like the whole nativism thing, seeing as how, we practically colonized America. But the way I see it, those people were doing the same thing before we were living here. Like, to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like you make a
Like,
big
dude.
deal out of it just because we came over on a boat. Yeah, it's not like they weren't taking one another over and all this stuff wasn't going on prior.
Yeah,
You know?
and about the reverse colonialism thing from like Arabs and stuff, the only difference between them, like the Muslims, okay, you can't really put them all in a broad scope, right? Turkish people aren't the same as the Umayyads who were over in like Libya, but they are a broad tent. They are like ethnically related. The only difference is that their colonialism failed. They tried to colonize Spain, Iberia, they got kicked out. They tried to colonize the Balkans, and then they got kicked out. The only difference is that European colonialism actually lasted long, and it was successful. And they only left because they only got kicked out because they themselves left.
Well, and you're looking at it like this. When we were colonizing things, we were actually creating.
Yeah.
When we colonized the Americas, we created these nations here. They didn't exist before. We created them. And what's happening here is it's just a replacement. It's not. I don't even know if you would call it colonization. They're just coming here, replacing the people that already live there, and taking over through those means. It's not the same.
Really quickly. So, in Southeast Asia, there were colonies, mostly by France. The Japanese tried colonizing it too, but that obviously failed. But I would have to say that in the case of the Vietnamese, they've won their land. They've won their independence. Like, they kicked French ass. They kicked our ass. Yeah.
Hey now, hey.
Got themselves there.
We didn't lose. What do they say?
Tactical retreat.
Tactical retreat. We decided it wasn't worth fighting for no more. We didn't lose now. Hell.
No, dude,
Yeah, recalculating. We're coming back soon, dude.
So,
We'll be back.
About Vietnam. So the last ambassador who was there, the guy who was practically in charge of the embassy, he was actually from the same town I'm from, Mars Hill.
Is that right?
He lived here. His name was Graham Martin, and there was a little rhyme I heard about him once. Mr. Martin was a shartin, had to get the hell away.
Oh, Craig's gone.
Now hold on.
Wait on him.
Mr. Nguyen started winning, blew Saigon away.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I can't put that, but
Is this a truth shell?
this is indeed a truth show. But is that the semi-automatic pistol?
Ain't no video game now.
Maybe a truth shell.